Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopal Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopal Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha, Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha, Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudhana Girirari Gopinath Madana Mohana Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavad Gita Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha Nitai Gaurango Nitai Gauranga Bolo Gaura Hari. Jai Sachinandana Jai Sachinandana Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Jai Radha Madhava Jai Radha Madhava Jai Radha Madhava Gaura Hari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Madhav Jai Shri Radha Madhav Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Gurudev Jaya Srila Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you all for joining in for the inaugural session of Nectar of Devotion. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Shyam Rasik Prabhu with us to tell us the importance of studying Nectar of Devotion, how easy or difficult it is to study Nectar of Devotion. Bhuvana Mataji, I would request if you can make Shyam Rasik Prabhu co-host.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So
Prabhu has joined. I don't know, Mataji.
Shyam Rasika Prabhu is there. His video is on, Mataji. You can make.
Okay, Mataji.
He's joined us ISKCON Vasco. Yeah, I just saw that. Okay, so you can make Prabhu the co-host. Yeah. So for my own purification, because Prabhu has come in our various forums like Srimad Bhagavatam and various other sessions. So Prabhu does not need an introduction, but for my purification, for the pleasure of Shri Guru Gauranga and all the devotees, we'll give a quick introduction to His Grace Shyam-Rasik Prabhu. His Grace Shyam-Rasik Prabhu is a disciple who is known as Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Prabhuji has been in the mission for over 2 decades. Prabhuji is currently in Goa guiding the devotees. And Prabhuji, like I had mentioned, has taken ecstatic sessions of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So as we venture into the study of Nectar of Devotion, it's one of the 4 important books that Prabhupada has prescribed as part of Bhakti Shastri study. So as we progress towards the study of Nectar of Devotion, we seek Prabhu's blessings so that we are able to understand Nectar of Devotion in the right perspective. And we request Prabhuji to give us, something to cover something about the importance of studying Nectar of Devotion and what is the right mood and attitude for the study of Nectar of Devotion. So with these words, I would hand over to His Grace Shyam-Rasik Prabhu. Take it forward, Prabhu. Thank you so much for your association, Prabhu. Dandavat pranams. Prabhu, you need to unmute yourself, Prabhu. You're on mute.
Okay. Yes. So Hare Krishna, thank you very, very much for having me here and giving me this opportunity to purify myself by speaking about one of the most exalted Gaudiya Vaishnava works ever written, Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. This book, yes, this thick, not very thick. And this is a summary study actually. So when you have a summary study, you actually write a little bit more explaining the text. So if the summary study is this thick, imagine the text. It's not very thick. But Rupa Goswami Pad took 17 years to write this book. So imagine we are all called Rupanugas. We are all servants or associates or followers of Srila Rupa Goswami. So if Rupanuga, one of the foremost disciples and close associates of Lord Chaitanya, if he has taken 17 years to invest here, what is the value? Yes, what is the value? It is like you have invested your most important money in some stocks, in some mutual funds. So if your major chunk is invested there, you know how important it is for you, or others know how important it is for you. So similarly, Rupa Goswami wrote many, many literatures. But for this one literature, it took him 17 years to compile. So Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu is in accordance with the instructions that were given by Lord Chaitanya to Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami when they left the service of Nawab Hussain Shah and they came to Vrindavan. So at that time, Lord Chaitanya gave them a couple of instructions. He said that go and excavate the lost pastime places of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, which are now lost. They are extinct 4,500 years down. He said, write books promoting how Shuddha Bhakti or pure devotional service is the only and most appropriate means to achieve Krishna or God. By your personal example, teach how a devotee should behave, how a devotee should be. So these were in the instructions that Lord Chaitanya gave to Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. And following in those footsteps, we have Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami writing many literatures. And this is one of them, Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. Yeah. So Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu basically written by Rupa Goswami. We are called Rupanugas. So right in the Mangala Charan we say, Om Gyanti Mirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And then immediately Shri Chaitanya Mano Abhishta Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. So it is Rupa Goswami who has understood what is the innermost, deepest secrets or the innermost desires of Lord Chaitanya. And in order to fulfill them, he has given his life. So Shri Chaitanya Mana Abhishta, Abhishta means desire, Mana Abhishta, the desires of his mind, the desires that are there within the core of his heart. Sthapitam Yena Bhutale. Yes, one who has established on this Bhutala. Swayam Rupa, the Rupa Goswami. Kada Mahiyam Dadati, when will he give us or give me Swapadantikam, the shelter of his lotus feet? So this is the mood of studying Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. Yes. So by studying the literatures, Rupa Raghunath Pade Habe Haibe Akoti, Tabe Ham Bujha Bose Yugal Piri. Narottam Das Thakur says. Rupa Raghunath Pade Hoibe Akuti. So when one gets intense attraction towards the lotus feet of Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami, that is when Tabe Hama Bujhaba. Bujhaba means understand. So Tabe Hama Bujhaba Yugala Priti. Yugal means Radha and Krishna. So only when I develop intense attraction towards the lotus feet of Rupa and Raghunath. And what is the meaning of developing intense attraction towards the lotus feet of Rupa and Raghunath? To be intensely greedy to read, to understand, and to apply the teachings given by them in our lives. That is the meaning of being greedy for their lotus feet. Yes. It is just like when I say I love my parents. अरे पेरेंट्स वहां पे बिस्तर पे पड़ा हुआ है, उसको 103 डिग्री बुखार है, उसको खाने को नहीं हो रहा है, और आप पिक्चर जाके देख रहे हैं और बोलते हैं आई लव माय पेरेंट्स. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग टू दैट स्टेटमेंट? अगर हम सही में प्रेम करते हैं, हम पिक्चर नहीं देखेंगे, हम अपने पिताजी और माँ के पास रहेंगे, उनको 103 डिग्री फीवर है. So actually Prabhupada said, you are chanting Jai Prabhupada once after Guru Puja in Bombay. He said, you are chanting Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. It has meaning if you are chanting 16 rounds and following 4 regulative principles sincerely. Then there is meaning to Jai Prabhupada. Otherwise it is empty words. Similarly, Rupa Raghunath Pade Haibe Akuti. The intense attraction towards the lotus feet of Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami. How will I know? By to proportion to the degree of intensity to read, assimilate, absorb, and to apply the teachings that are given by them. So Rupa Goswami, when he left the service of Nawab Hussain Shah, he was instructed by Lord Chaitanya personally at the Dashashwamedh Ghat. Yes. The Dashashwamedh Ghat is Prayagraj or Allahabad, as it was called then. So there, the Dashashwamedh, on the banks of the Dashashwamedh Ghat, Lord Chaitanya spent 10 days personally and instructed Rupa Goswami on the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. So Rupa Goswami's primary writings are on the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. And then sometime later, Lord Chaitanya instructed Sanatan Goswami for 2 months in the practice of Krishna consciousness. So we have Sanatan Goswami's writings majoritarily dealing with the practices of Krishna consciousness. So Rupa Goswami, major aspect of the subject of his writing is philosophy of Krishna consciousness. Sanatan Goswami's major aspect of writing is practices in Krishna consciousness. So we see Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu begins with understanding Bhakti. Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu, just the name. So we understand what is Bhakti. Then we understand what is Rasa. Then we understand how it is Amrita and why it is called Sindhu. So this is the introduction to Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu. So Bhakti, Srila Prabhupada, when he has presented the summary study of Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu, he says, Bhakti means loving service. Loving service without any expectation. So we see majority of the times, Matajis would have seen The child cries or passes urine or potty just when the time mother is going to sit for her food or prasadam. Yes. Or late, whole day children will be sleeping and whole night they will not allow mother and father to sleep. So this is a great inconvenience. But still mother tolerates. Still father tolerates. So it is loving service. Why it is loving service? I consider it my own. रस्ते की किसी बच्चे को लेकर के आएंगे, वो रात को 1:30 बजे रोने लगेगा, हम बोलेंगे अरे क्या नालायक है, रोज रात को रोता रहता है, सो जाइए जी, हमारा भी सोना नहीं होगा. Yes. But for our child, we'll say, oh, it is my child. He is crying at 1:30. What happened to him? Check his pulse, check his temperature, check his heartbeat, see if he has something problem, see if he has done potty. So I consider that child mine, and that mine consciousness brings out that affection. That mine consciousness brings out that special treatment that I give to my children. Yes. So similarly, so why that mine is there? That mine is there because there is love. So loving service, that's essence. And second is without expectation. माँ पिताजी को पता नहीं है ये बच्चा जब बड़ा होगा हमारा केयर करेगा, हमारी कदर करेगा, हमसे आकर के मिलेगा, हमारा कहना मानेगा. ये माँ पिताजी को कुछ नहीं पता. They don't know anything. But still they will invest all of their energy in their beloved child. So similarly, we see Rupa Goswami says, first bhakti means loving service. And second is, it is without any hetu. Yes. So when we have loving service without any hetu, that ahaituki bhakti is what satisfies. Unless it is ahaituki, it is exactly like, oh, what do I invest so that how much percentage of return I get? And once the return stops, the investment also stops. We see material relations go like this. Prabhupada very beautifully explains. You scratch my back and I scratch your back. Again. So till the time someone is good to us, I become good to them. And when someone is not good to me, I stop being good to them. Whereas bhakti, the essence of bhakti, we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains in the last verse of Shikshashtakam. Ashlishya padaratam penashtumam adarshanam namarmahatam kurutuma yatha tatha va vidadhatu lampato mat prananathastu sa evana parah. So, oh my dear Lord, you embrace me as your own, or you kick me out from your, from in front of you. I am still yours. I am still yours, and you are my eternal master. That relationship nobody can change. Even you can't change, because I won't allow you to change. Yes. This is how we pass the tests that are given by Krishna to us. Yes. Krishna will give us tests in our bhakti life. Yes. And he is seeing how much are we willing to adhere to his lotus feet. The principles of ahaituki and apratihata, which is the core of our devotional sentiment or mood. The core of our devotional sentiment and mood is these two words, ahaituki and apratihata. Ahaituki means without any motivation, and apratihata means without stoppage. It just continues and continues and continues. So, we see Prabhupada explains how a normal person also, he works so that he can keep himself, his wife, children, parents happy. That's concern. For someone who is the head of a community, he is working so that he can keep his community happy. The Prime Minister, the President, and the top echelons, they are worrying for their country. But even then there are disputes. See, India and China dispute. No, someone who's working for India, being Indian, he is Deshabhakta. Somebody who's working for China, being born in China, from Chinese point of view, he is Deshabhakta. But two Deshabhaktas can be opposite to each other. You see, we never know where is our future. Right now, yes, I am born here, I am chanting Jai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman. God forbid, if next time I am born in Pakistan, I will come with a suicide vest belt in Jammu and Kashmir and blow myself up, chanting Allahu Akbar. So much so to my devotional service. Yes. So every material designation is very, very temporary. So a devotee's basic thread of who is mine is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The entire earth is mine. He goes beyond family, goes beyond community, goes beyond nation. Vasudha eva Kutumbakam. The entire earth is my family. And it includes all 84 lakh species present there, not only human beings. So from a territorial point of view, I have laws for human beings. But that law allows me to kill innocent chicken and eat. Oh, that's fine. Then what kind of law it is? Yes. So Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam means a law that is for everyone. Yes. It takes care of the well-being of everyone. Praja does not exactly mean only human beings. Praja means anyone who is born in that tract of land is Praja. वो कीड़ा मकोड़ा पशु पक्षी पेड़ पौधा मनुष्य कुछ भी होने दो, anyone born in that tract of land is प्रजा. और उन सबके खुशहाली और सुरक्षा की जिम्मेदारी राजा की या सरकार की. So we see how our Vedic literatures, they believe in सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत्. सर्वे सन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, let everyone be happy. सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, let everyone be healthy. Everyone should be happy, everyone should be healthy. Yes. सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, may everyone get auspiciousness in their life. मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग भवेत्, let no one actually experience miseries in their life. No one. This is how a devotee begins. This is where one is actually a devotee. So the Prabhupada explains that in this material world, we get happiness. You see, I have my family, I have my children, I have my home. Yes. Once Prabhupada was asked, Prabhupada, why did you build temples? There are so many temples, you could have taken management of any other temples. Prabhupada told him, there are so many street children, why do you get married and have your own children? Adopt anyone, na? इतने children है तुमको, तुम्हारा ही child क्यों चाहिए? वो व्यक्ति बोला, वो तो natural ना Prabhupada. So Prabhupada said, similarly natural for me. No, I want my temples because I want things to go according to my way. Yes. So we see we all work for our own ways. But all the happinesses that we get in our life, in all those ways, are also temporary. Yes. Everything is temporary. And we have seen this. Yes. We wanted to end school and go to college. Happy, college Kumar, college Kumari. I was happy. That happiness lasted? No. Then I wanted to leave college and get to work. Somehow I want to work. That happiness lasted? No. I want to get married. We got married. Yes. Happiness lasted? No. I want to have children. We had children. Happiness lasted? So, in Marathi, there is a small phrase which is called Ye re माझ्या मागल्या. Yes. Whatever is there, ultimately the same thing written. The entire, oh, पृथ्वी गोल है, वो घूमते जाएंगे घूमते जाएंगे घूमते जाएंगे, वापस उधर ही आ जाएगी. So वैसे ही basically this material world is dukhalayam, ashashvatam, and whatever endeavors we do to keep ourselves happy here, in due course of time, they are like obsolete. They have no meaning. So that's why a living entity in this material world, it keeps on going through the phases of bhog and tyaga. Bhog means enjoyment, and that enjoyment brings suffering. This is sure. As soon as I lift a coin, I get heads and tails. Yes. I lift a coin and I get only heads. It happens in Sholay. It doesn't happen in real life. When I lift a coin, I get heads and tails. So the moment I'm choosing happiness, I have to understand I will get corresponding misery also. There is no way I can avoid it. But still, we are wanting that happiness. At that want of happiness is called as rasa. So we understood what is bhakti. Bhakti has to be ahaituki and apratihata. Now we come to rasa. What is rasa? That sense of happiness. Yes. So in material worlds also, in material sense also, I cannot exactly define my happiness. I can define how I get happiness, but I cannot define my, suppose example, I really like gulab jamun. Are, what is it in that gulab jamun that you like? Now you may describe the gulab jamun. Oh, the look of that gulab jamun, that brownish texture, that brownish color is so intoxicating. And when I lift it in my hand, because it is dipped in chashni, yes, my fingers become wet. That experience of fingers getting wet is so amazing. And when I put it in my mouth and it goes in between my teeth, the outer little hardish cover and the inner soft material. And plus the perfect chashni. How many of you had saliva dripping in your mouth? So we see, this is how we are so conditioned to that rasa. So if I actually see, I did not describe my happiness. I am describing only the stages what give me happiness. Oh, holding of that gulab jamun, it is like spongy soft. And ना spongy soft तो sponge भी होता है, उसको ऐसे करके आनंद आता है क्या? उसको दबा के आनंद नहीं आता ना? Yes. ब्राउन कलर का तो बेर का फल भी होता है, और बेर का फल देख करके आनंद आता है क्या? नहीं आता. गुलाब जामुन देख करके आनंद आता है. So essence is, I am not describing happiness. I am describing the conditions which give me happiness. But what that experience of happiness is what is technically called as rasa. Yes. Material rasa is kshanabhangura. It is coming and going. Spiritual rasa is shashwata. Yes. That's why we see we keep on changing our stances from happiness to distress. And Krishna gives a very beautiful or a very important understanding of who is a sober person. Yes. So we have many definitions of sober person. From Rupa Goswami's point of view, yes, in NOI, Nectar of Instruction, the first verse, Vacho Vegam, Manasah Krodha Vegam, Jihva Vegam, Udarupastha Vegam, Etan Vegan Vishaheto Dhiraha. Dhira, Prabhupada translates Dhiraha as sober person. So from Rupa Goswami point of view, Dhiraha is one who can control the six urges. Krishna gives the definition of a sober person in second chapter, some 56th, 57th shloka somewhere. Dukkheshu anudvigna manaha, sukheshu vigata spriha, vita raga bhaya krodha, stitadhi muniruchyate. So Muni, a sober person. So dukkheshu anudvigna manaha. When I am in misery, I am agitated. Udvega. Misery makes me agitated. So dukkheshu anudvigna manaha. Even in the greatest misery, one is not agitated. And sukha gives me desire to enjoy more. Ye dil mange more. Yes. ये दिल कभी दुखों को मांगता नहीं है मोर, ये दिल सुखों को ही मांगता है. Yes. So सुखेशु विगत स्पृहा. Spriha means intense ichha for enjoyment. So dukkheshu anudvigna mana. Misery leads to agitation, not getting agitated in the worst of adverse situations. Sukheshu vigata spriha. Spriha, intense desire for enjoyment. So in good times, sukheshu, no need, no burning desire for increasing that enjoyment. Yes. This is one definition of a dhira, a sober person. And then second is vita raga bhaya krodha. Raga is attachment, bhaya is fear, krodha is anger. Vita means to give up. Giving up attachment, anger, fear. Stitadhi, one whose intelligence is equipoised. Dhi is intelligence. Dhiya, medha. Dha. Yes. So the word signifies intelligence. Dhi, dhairya. Only when one is intelligent, level-headed, can one remain sober. So vita raga bhaya krodha. Stitadhi. Muniruchyate. He is a sober person. So, material world, we will always have dukkha, sukha, raga, bhaya, krodha. Yes, we'll all have this. So that's why this rasa becomes kshana bhangur. And this rasa is also very different. We see with my parents, the kind of, I get ananda in serving them. But that's not exactly the same ananda that I get in serving my son or daughter. The ananda of serving them is different. And with them, whatever ananda is there is not the same ananda as I get with my brothers and sisters might be. It's a different ananda. That ananda is not there with friends. It's a different ananda. That ananda is not there with spouse. It's a different ananda. So with varieties of people, in varieties of relationships, in variety grades of thickness and bonding, I experience rasa. But material rasa is based on bhoga, tyaga and kshana bhangur. Spiritual rasa is... So spiritual rasa is eternal. Yes. So Lord, with his compassion, with his intense compassion, he comes with us everywhere. He is there as Paramatma. In every living entity's heart, Krishna has never abandoned us. We have abandoned him And we have come from Golok Dham to this material world. Yes. And what are we in? We are in a body. Yes. What is this body? This body is the worst thing that can happen to anyone. Imagine anything good we do to the body, the output of the body is all obnoxious. There are 9 holes in the body. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Yes, anus and rectum. Anything that is coming out from anywhere is obnoxious. From eyes, in the morning when we get up, you see, things are there sticking here. Obnoxious. In ear, there is earwax. Obnoxious. We might eat the best of pizzas and pastas and pastries and ice creams. But when it comes out of the mouth as vomit, it's obnoxious. Yeah. Anything that comes out from nose during the time of cold is obnoxious. Anus and rectum, it's obnoxious. So this is a machine. The body is a machine. You put anything, the result is going to be obnoxious. And we are in deep love with this body. Yes. Anything that you give in, it's like I give you a washing machine, there is an advertise of washing machine. Free washing machine. Free washing machine and but guaranteed, आप जब भी स्विच ऑन करेंगे आपको शॉक लगेगा. आप जब भी कपड़े अंदर डालेंगे वो फट करके ही बाहर आएंगे. फ्री दे रहे हैं हम, लेके जाओ. कोई लेगा ऐसी वॉशिंग मशीन? किसी को चाहिए? हम फ्री वॉशिंग मशीन दे रहे हैं, कुछ पैसा नहीं, लेकिन आप जब भी ऑन करेंगे आपको शॉक लगेगा 440 वोल्ट का. और जब भी कपड़े डालेंगे वो फट करके बाहर आएंगे, ये हमारी गारंटी है. Krishna, right in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shita Ushna Sukhudukkhudah Agama Apaino Nityam Tam Tidikshasva, tolerate. Dehinosmin Yatha Dehe Kaumaram Yauvanam Jara Tatha Dehantara Prapti Dhirastatra Na Muhiyati. But still we are so attached to this body. So this is like a washing machine. आप कुछ भी अंदर डालो, गंदगी ही. Yes, body promises. You put the best of the things. And I know कि उसका भरता कैसे बनाने का. And I will give you all obnoxious things. You keep loving me. And I keep loving my body. So rasa is not there. Bhakti rasa, when we taste, then I'll be able to give up this rasa. So, Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter only, how when one gets higher rasa, one is able to give up lower rasa. Yes. By seeing higher rasa, one is able to give up lower rasa. So similarly, when I experience bhakti rasa, I'll be able to give up this jada rasa, bodily, mental, intellectual, or egoistic rasas. Yes. So we are actually very fortunate. Brahmande Brahmite Kona Bhagyavana Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Lata Bij. In the association of Vaishnavas, yes, Param Drishtva Nivartate. Yes. So in the association of Vaishnavas, we are able to actually relish. Yes. What is Bhakti Rasa? How many of us have this experience that when I go to satsang, when I hear beautiful kirtan in association of devotees, yes, when I'm attending a live class or something, I forget everything else. How many of us have this experience? How many of us have this experience? When I'm really in good association, when I'm hearing Krishna Katha, yes, I forget. I might be, कुछ गुंडे मेरे पीछे लगे होंगे, लेकिन अभी मैं हरे कथा में हूं ना. अरे मेरा EMI 4 महीने से भरा नहीं है, लेकिन अभी मैं हरे कथा सुनता हूं. अरे बाबा रे, घर में इतना प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है फाइनेंशियल, लेकिन अब मैं हरे कथा सुनता हूं. So that hearing of Hari Katha is the only panacea. There is no other panacea. Hearing of Harikatha is the only panacea. And we are really very fortunate that we are getting to do this. Brahmande Bhramita Kona Bhagyavana Jeev. Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Lata Beach. Yes. And how does that bhakti go? In Sanatan Shiksha, we have Lord Chaitanya telling 64 limbs of bhakti to Sanatan Goswami. And after those 64 angas, he said 5 important angas. Of these 64, 5 are important. Sadhu Sanga Nam Kirtan Bhagavat Shravan Mathura Vasa Shri Murtira Shraddhaya Sevan Sakala Sadhana Shrestha Ei Pancha Anga Krishna Prema Janmai Ei Panchera Alpasanga. So the first most important aspect is Sadhu Sangha, association of Vaishnavas. Yes. So I am able to at least experience जड़ रसा. जैसे हमने गुलाब जामुन का एग्जाम्पल लिया, आपके मुंह में पानी आ गया. क्यों? मैं जो बोल रहा हूं आप उससे रिलेट कर पा रहे. लेकिन भक्ति में हमारा कोई रियलाइजेशन ही नहीं है कि आगे जाएंगे तो क्या होगा. भक्ति के स्टेजेस क्या हैं, उन स्टेजेस पे क्या ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस होते हैं, उन ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस में क्या अड़चने आ सकती हैं, उस स्टेजेस से, उन अड़चनों से हम कैसे आगे गुजरेंगे. So someone who has gone through this only can experience and can explain. So Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is a treatise that helps us understand that Bhakti Rasa. We know Jada Rasa, but we have no conception of Bhakti Rasa or the stages of Bhakti or various obstacles in Bhakti or even in general the supremacy of Bhakti. We have no idea of it. We have no Shastric backing of it. So Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu is a book compiled by Rupa Goswami that gives us insight into Bhakti Rasa, Chit Rasa, because he is experiencing it. Yes, again and again. Yes, we have experienced Gulab Jamun many times in life. So as soon as I say Gulab Jamun, right from the word Gulab Jamun, you envision something black, which is floating in chashni, and then immediately your mouth becomes wet. कि अरे उसका sweet taste कैसा होगा. So just by the word Gulab Jamun, the object Gulab Jamun with all its characteristics becomes visible to us. Similarly, for an advanced devotee, just by saying word Krishna, the name, form, qualities and pastimes of Krishna become revealed to that devotee. जैसे मैंने गुलाब जामुन बोलने पर आप सबका दिमाग टुंग करके गुलाब जामुन के ऊपर चला गया, वैसे हरे कृष्णा बोलने पर एडवांस्ड डिवोटी immediately gets transported to Krishna. And us, we are chanting Hare Krishna, but we are thinking about last night's India-England World Cup match. Yes. That's our state. I am chanting Hare Krishna, but I am thinking, oh my, what my son is doing in school. I am chanting Hare Krishna, but I am thinking, oh, my mother is not well. I am thinking, oh, my back is aching. When will I complete my rounds and I sleep? So I am chanting Hare Krishna, but all the world is going in the background also. Yes. So that's why I am not able to experience Bhakti Rasa. So for our benefit, Rupa Goswami writes, what is Bhakti Rasa? लेकिन बहरहाल जैसे हम केवल गुलाब जामुन के आनंद के एक्सपीरियंस का केवल वर्णन कर सकते हैं, symptomatically. Actually, it is to be experienced only. Similarly, Bhakti Rasa, the closest we can come to is through the things written by Rupa Goswami, but ultimately we must experience. It's worth experience. It's a beautiful experience. So, Lord is so merciful that even after so long experience, imagine, for millions and trillions of lives, we have been in this material world. For millions and trillions of lives, we have enjoyed our senses and mind to the fullest of extent. For millions and trillions of lives, we have really worked only with our ego. Yes, we see animal kingdom, they work on ego. Might is right. वहां पे कल्चर या सैक्रिफाइस वगैरह ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. वहां पे माइट इज राइट. बट डू वी डू लाइक दैट? हम रास्ते पर वो किसी का दुकान है तो एक बॉडी बिल्डर आ करके वो दुकानदार को 4 झापड़ मार करके लक्स और रेक्सोना और टाइड पाउडर लेके चला जाता है क्या? ऐसे नहीं होता. वी हैव कल्चर, वी हैव वैल्यूज. Animal kingdom doesn't have it. And we have been through all these species. We have all been cow. We have all been lions. We have all been tigers. We have all been goats. We have all been chicken. Yes, in somebody else's plate also. We have all been cockroaches, where some Mataji has come and sprayed Baygon on us. We have all been mosquitoes. Yes, who have been killed by that electric. अभी आ गया है ना वो, इलेक्ट्रिक से मारते हैं बेचारे को, फट फट करके आवाज आता है. Yes, we have all been mice, lice, dogs, hogs, everything we have been. Now we have come in this human form of life. Yes. And now to understand what is the only prerogative in human form of life. Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma शुचः. मनुष्य जीवन का कर्तव्य है भगवान को जानना, बाकी सब भगवान देख लेंगे. भगवान बोलते हैं मैं हूं ना, तो क्यों चिंता करता है? You just come to me. I will see everything else. You just come to me. Yes. जितना हम अपने परिवार का अच्छा सोच सकते हैं या कर सकते हैं, उससे कहीं ज्यादा हमारे परिवार का अच्छा सोच और कर भगवान सकते हैं. डू वी हैव दिस फर्म फेथ? आई वर्क फॉर माई फैमिली, बट वॉट एवर आई कैन थिंक फॉर द बेस्ट ऑफ माई फैमिली, या Krishna can think millions of times better, and he can give millions of times more to my family. We are convinced of this. Yes. But that conviction, when it comes to reality, when it comes to practice, it takes a backseat. That's why, as devotees, we have jnana, but we do not have sakshatkar. ज्ञान बहुत है, and this is including me. I am talking of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. I am far away from that Bhakti Rasamrita, millions of lifetimes away. But I can give you a 2-hour lecture on what Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is. So we are all having jnana, but we are not having sakshatkar. So this Bhakti Rasa तक टेक्निकलिटी ठीक है, लेकिन जहां हम अमृत जोड़ते हैं ना, अमृत जोड़ने के बाद वो एक्सपीरियंस हो जाता है. और जब हम उस अमृत को मल्टीप्लाई करके सिंधु करते हैं, तब वो एक्सटेसी हो जाती है. सो भक्ति एंड रस इज स्टिल टेक्निकल. ओके, वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड. व्हेन आई से इट इज अमृत, It is like nectar. So somebody who says it's nectar definitely has experienced it. And when that person says it is Sindhu, he is in ecstasy of that experience. So Rupa Goswami is in ecstasy of the experience of his devotional practices. And in the mature state of advanced devotional service, it took him 17 years to compile this book. That itself shows us how much importance Srila Rupa Goswami has assigned in his own life to this book. Yes. So, and one who has this bhakti, na, it is known. One can't fake it. It is exactly like a plant which is nicely grown and a plant which is emaciated. We just by one look we know a sad person and a happy person. Just by one look we know. Yes. So you can't fake it. Similarly, bhakti rasa aswadan, bhakti rasa amrita, a devotee will be seen, will be known. A devotee is like gem. Even if he is in the deepest of mines, people can still make out that this is not dust, this is gold. What it requires is only polishing. So Krishna, he is an expert miner. Coming to the material world, he keeps on searching for the gold filaments in this material mire. The mine is a very dense place. It is dark, it is dingy, it is more than 50 degrees centigrade, it is complete darkness, there is no light, but still there is gold there. So this material world is like that. Yes. Everything is dark, dingy. It's not a sane place for any normal man to live. But still there are devotees. And in association of such devotees only we can experience that rasa. In association of devotees only I'll be able to experience that rasa. On my own, I will not be able to. That's why we need association of devotees. Yes. So, Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu is specifically written for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Yes. It is not for Shri Vaishnavas. It is not for Nirmarka Sampradaya. It is not for any in general Vishnu Bhakta or Krishna Bhakta as we see them in Vrindavan. Today, a lot of Bhagavad Kathas are going on in Vrindavan. But what do they tell in those Bhagavad Kathas? Yes. 7 days में भागवतम कंप्लीट, उसमें फर्स्ट 3 days में या फर्स्ट 2 days में, फर्स्ट 2 या 3 days में वो 9 कैंटो खत्म कर लेते हैं. उसके बाद के 3 days में वो केवल रास पंचाध्याय डिस्कस करते हैं. एंड देन लास्ट दिन में वो 11th and 12th कैंटो खत्म करते हैं. मेजॉरिटी ऑफ भागवत कथा आर लाइक दिस. और वो किसी प्रसंग को ऐसे बताएंगे, ऐसे सुनाएंगे कि श्रोताओं की आंखों से आंसू आ जाएंगे. yes. कई बार भागवत कथाओं से पहले डिस्क्लेमर दिया जाता है, प्लीज ब्रिंग योर ओन हैंकरचीफ. हम आपको इतना रुलाने वाले हैं कि आपके पास हैंकरचीफ नहीं रहेगा तो आपको दुविधा हो जाएगी. लेकिन वही हैंकरचीफ लेके रोने के बाद घर में आके वही व्यक्ति फिर चिकन जैकुटी खाता है. तो क्या उपयोग है उसके वहां भागवत में रोने का? अगर उधर जाकर के भागवत में रो के 2 रुमाल गीले करके वापस शाम को पार्टी जाएगा तब चिकन 65 ही खाना है, तो वेयर इज ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन? सो डिवोशनल सर्विस मीन्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. Yes. And for that transformation, we have to have active sadhana. Active sadhana. Yes. That's where the introduction to this comes towards the end. We see in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami, he compares pure devotional service. Acha, let me take this at the end. Yes. So, he is giving description of Krishna. Who is Krishna? The first shloka of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Akhila Rasamrita Murti Prashramara Ruchi Ruddha Taraka Pali Kalita Shyam Lalito Radha Preyan Vidhur Jayati. The first verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Murti. So, Akhila Rasamrita Murti. This is one definition of Krishna. Yes. There are many definitions of Krishna. Bhagavad Gita we have Mattah Parataram Nyanya Kinchirasti Dhananjaya Mai Sarvamidam Protam Sutre Maniganaiva. This is one definition of Krishna. Yes. Yeah, Arjuna giving Parabrahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashwatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum. One definition of Krishna. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Oh, sorry. Brahma Samhita. Ishwara Paramaha Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. Anadira Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. One definition of Krishna. Bhagavatam first verse 1.1.1. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadyasya yatonvayat. Itarataschartheshu abhidnya swarat. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Muhyanti Yat Surya. Tejo Vari Mridam Yatha Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Mrisha. Dhamna Svena Sada Nirastagokam Satyam Param Dhimai. The definition of Krishna. Who's God? According to Bhagavatam. According to Parashar Muni, the six opulences, Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Viryasya, Yashashah, Shriyah, Jnana, Vairagyashaiva, Shanna Bhagaitim Ganaha. And one who possesses these Shanna Bhaga is Bhagavan. He is Supreme Personality of God. So various definitions of Krishna, various definitions of Lord. And this is also the shortest definition of Akhila Rasamrita Murti. The shortest definition of Lord. And what does he do? Prashramara Ruchi. He exudes his bodily luster. Yes, Prashramara Ruchi. And Ruddha Taraka Pali. He subjugates gopis like Taraka and Pali. Kalita Shyama Lalito. Shyama and Lalita. Yes, Shyama is Radharani. One of the names of Radharani, Shyama. 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 So, Kalita Shyama Lalito. Kalita means intensely attracts. Kalita means intensely attracts. Shyama and Lalita. Gopis like Radharani and Lalita. Radha Preyan. Yes. The supreme object of Radharani is love. Radha Preyan. Vidhur. Yes, all glories to him. Jayati. So this is the definition of Krishna. In one way. Yes. So Rupa Goswami says, oh, this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu I am compiling. May it give pleasure to my Guru and my elder brother Sanatana Goswami. So you see, हम पैसे क्यों कमा रहे हैं? ओ मेरे बच्चे के लिए, पत्नी के लिए, मेरे लिए. Yes. मैं इतना बड़ा बिजनेस क्यों सेटअप कर रहा हूं? ओ ताकि हमारे पास हमेशा पैसा रहे, नाम रुतबा रहे. We see where Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is being written. Oh, just Sanatana Goswami should be happy with me. And he should experience happiness reading this book. That's my only intention. He says, Sanatana Goswami is my Guru. Mad Ishasya. Ish is controller, my Guru. So Mad Isha is Sanatana Goswami, and for his pleasure, I am writing this book. Yes. So this Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu has four waves or four sections. Yes. The eastern section, the southern section, the western section, and northern section. Of which, for Bhakti Shastri, only the first eastern section is important. The other sections are a little more esoteric. Yes, they deal with confidentialities. So, Prabhupada said the first 19 chapters of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, they comprise of the eastern section of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and they are enough. Itna pad liya, kafi. So this eastern section, or each of these sections, eastern, southern, western, and northern, they are divided into waves, subdivided into, it's like Bhagavatam is divided into canto, cantos are divided in chapters. Bifurcation and bifurcation. Similarly, full Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, we can say 4 sections means 4 cantos. And each section has waves, like chapters. So the first eastern section has 4 waves. The first wave is the general description of devotional service. The second wave is specifically how to do sadhana bhakti. Yes. How to do sadhana bhakti. The third wave is bhava pravaha, and the fourth wave is prema pravaha. So samanya bhakti ka lakshan, characteristics of simple devotional service, and then उसमें क्या है, सबसे आगे जो है वो भाव प्रवाह, प्रेम प्रवाह. इन दोनों से पहले एक्चुअल साधना कैसे करें, और उससे पहले सामान्य भक्ति का वर्णन. So the beginning, Krishna says, he gives us the definition of pure devotional service. He says, Anya abhilashita shunya jnana karma adi anavritam anukulyena Krishna anushilanam bhaktir uttama. Uttama bhakti has 4 characteristics. Anya abhilasha shunya. Yes. The intent of my practicing devotional service is only to please Krishna, and there is no other desire. Anya abhilasha. भगवान को प्रसन्न करने के अलावा और कोई अभिलाषा नहीं है. अच्छा, ज्ञान एंड कर्म अनावृतम. There should be no tinge of jnana, which means philosophical speculation, which means I have to study the works written by our acharyas and just follow it. So no philosophical speculation and no karma kanda, which means I am not doing this so that I can get a job, I can get salary high, I can get a good spouse, my children should be happy. So jnana karma adi anavrita. Then anukulyena, one must be favorably discharging service. You see? Now, interestingly, the acharyas explain that the demons that came to Vrindavan in order to kill Krishna, they were also arranged by Yogamaya so that Krishna can go and have his lunch. The daily practice of Gopas along with Krishna would be, they would have tiffin, वो टांगा रहता था ऐसे. Yes. So गायों को या बछड़ों को लेके जा रहे हैं, तो उनको कंट्रोल करने के लिए एक स्टिक, और स्टिक के एंड में एक पोटली में लंच. So now, you know, when children are there, they do all masti. And when they are in masti with each other, they don't want to give up that masti and they don't want to break that process of playing. So this is a normal child. What about Krishna when he plays with his friends? Imagine the intensity of his playing. Imagine the intensity of the emotions. Even he doesn't want to give up play. So what Yogamaya does? She introduces an asura. That asura comes, challenges Krishna, Krishna fights, and the Gopas then now feel, oh, isko maar diya, ab hum thak gaye. Who is killing? Krishna is killing. Who is getting tired? Gopas are getting tired. The one who is killing demons is Krishna, and Gopas say, oh Krishna, this demon is dead, now we are tired, let's have lunch. So Krishna says, okay, let us have lunch. So Yogamaya used to arrange a demon every day. And this demon were being sent by Kamsa. So actually they are also giving Krishna the, in one sense, they are also doing service to Krishna by being an instrument of Krishna's breakage of play, and he can have his lunch. In that sense, it is also service. But then because they did not come with that intention, they are not called devotees. Kamsa, as soon as he knew that Krishna was born, yes, when Yogamaya slipped from Kamsa's hands, went on top, assumed Ashtabhuja Murti, she is riding a lion, and वो कह दिया कंस को, रे मूर्ख कंस, तू जिस बालक को मारना चाहता है उसका जन्म तो पहले ही हो चुका है, तेरा काल पृथ्वी पर आ चुका है. Kamsa is, yes. From that point, Kamsa was the most Krishna conscious person on earth. But do we regard him as a celebrity? No, because it was not anukulyena. He was not wanting to serve Krishna. He was thinking of Krishna as to how to kill Krishna. So it is pratikul thought process. Although he is thinking, Kamsa was trillions of times more Krishna conscious than any one of us. Trillions of times more. But that consciousness was driven by fear, which wanted a result of Krishna's death. So it is not anukul. And the fourth is anushilan. Anushilan means to follow in the footsteps of someone. ऐसा नहीं कि मेरी इच्छा जो है मैं वो करूंगा, उसको मैं भक्ति मानूंगा, नहीं. Very clearly, Rupa Goswami says, Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatri ki vidhin vina ekanti ki harer bhakti utpat eva hi kalpate. So if we want to do harer bhakti, but if it is not guided by Shruti, Smriti, Puran, Pancharatri ka vidhi, हमको जो चाहिए हम वैसे ही करेंगे. एकांतिकी हरेर भक्ति. एकांतिकी हरेर भक्ति मीन्स ओ मैं जो करता हूं ना वही भक्ति है, भगवान समझ लेंगे उसे. यस, मैं इतना ही कर सकता हूं, मैं ऐसा ही कर सकता हूं, मैं ऐसा ही करूंगा, इतना ही करूंगा. ये क्या है? केवल उत्पात है. इट विल ओनली क्रिएट हैवॉक इन आवर लाइव्स. So that's why Rupa Goswami is very, very beautifully delineating the principles of devotional service, the practices of devotional service, bhava and prem stages, and their various characteristics. And the beginning of this, Rupa Goswami says, happens with, he quotes Narad Pancharatra. He says, Sarvopadhi vinirmukta tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti rachyate. Rishikena rishikesha sevanam. With our senses, when we serve the master of senses. But how should be our senses? Our senses should be sarva upadhi vinirmukta. In this material world, we have upadhis. I am a man, I am a woman, I am this, I am that, I am husband, I am wife, I am sister, I am daughter, I am mother, I am father. All those things, these upadhis, they clog our mind. These upadhis will not exist after this life is over. These upadhis will not exist before this, did not exist before 60, 70 years when we were not living. Suddenly these upadhis have come and they have completely engulfed. So sarva upadhi mukta, mukta means free, nirmukta, definitely free, vinirmukta, undoubtedly spotlessly free. So mukta, nirmukta, vinirmukta. Again emphasis. Give up designations. Tat paratvena nirmala. One is purified by the sparsha of paratva, Krishna. In that sense, Rishikena Rishikesha Sevana Bhakti Ruchita. In one sense, this is similar to Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Moksheshyami Machuja. In intent, they are similar. So Rupa Goswami explains this waves, and then he says that the definition of pure devotional service or Uttama Bhakti, yes. Anyabhilashita Shunya characteristics, four characteristics. Anyabhilashita Shunya Jnana Karmadya Navratam Anukulyena Krishna Anushila. And how can we do it? Sarvopadhi Vinirmukta Tat Paratvena Nirmalam Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchita. This completes the introduction to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much. Very wonderful examples, right from washing machine to gulab jamun to mine. We will remember very easily to remember and understand nectar of devotion. So if devotees, we've actually crossed our time, but we were all drowning in the nectar of hearing from you that we didn't realize it. So if devotees have any quick one or two questions, we can take that. Otherwise, we may have to end the session right now. We have about 63 devotees who have taken advantage of this inaugural session of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. We pray that we maintain this enthusiasm until we complete the first 19 chapters that we propose to study as part of the schedule. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. Kindly bless us. We have one question. This will be the last question. Sunita Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, you said that living entities go through bhog, that is bhog and tag. So you explained that bhog enjoyment ultimately leads to suffering. So what about the tag, Prabhuji?
Tyaga brings bhoga.
I didn't understand.
And again, bhoga brings tyaga.
That exactly.
It's a vicious cycle. Okay. See, sukha will bring dukkha. And once that dukkha is over, again sukha will come. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya. One who is born is sure to die, and one who has died is sure to be born. So sukha hai, वो सुख एंजॉय करेंगे, कोटा खत्म हो गया, दुख आ जाएगा, दुख का कोटा खत्म हो गया, फिर से सुख है. Is that okay?
So tag means ultimately in one word, Prabhuji. Tag means one word, in one word, Prabhuji.
Tyaga, sarva karma phala tyaga. I don't expect no expectations from any of my activities. Okay. That is tyaga.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very wonderful practical application class today. So thank you very much. So we'll do Vaishnava Pranam.
Many devotees who have wished me thank you on the chat also. I thank you all for giving me this opportunity for my own purification. And it gave me a chance to brush off my Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu again.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please do come, Prabhu, whenever it's possible for you. Then we can allocate to you, and then we hear from you and we drown in the nectar again. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti gaura bhakta vrinda ki jai. Nectar of devotion ki jai. Bhakti rasamrita sindhu ki jai. Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanande. Hare Hare. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So we'll end the session here. Dandavat pranams to all.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Mataji, with your permission, I'm ending this session, Mataji.